This is Rob Snowhite, the fly fishing consultant. I'm going to teach you how to tie my first in a series of damselfly patterns. This is a very simple and the most effective pattern I've ever fished or tied. If you need to put kids on fish, a significant other, or clients, friends, yourself, this is the #1 pattern I've ever fished in freshwater. I've also caught fish in saltwater with it. It's only 3 ingredients. It mimics either damsel nymph or a small bait fish. I'm not sure, but it's extremely successful. And you can thank Miles at Orvis in Arlington for getting me to teach this tutorial. The materials we're going to use are, first off, Sabre brand shrimp caddis hooks, size 10, curved. They are $6.99 for 100 from flyshack.com. Going to use red 6/0 uni thread with my fancy brand new ceramic tip right bobbin. I have my nice brand new sharp new cast scissors. Fancy colors means I can put these down at a fly tying event and they won't be confused with someone else's. Bead chain eyes and ostrich plume. This is from Bear's Den. It's a $6 one. It's rather expensive, but it's a nice one. I would not buy these online. These have to be purchased in person. You can see how long these are. You know, that's going to get you a nice damselfly. You can get about 100 plus damsels from one plume. I won't go to a fly shop that has these without usually buying all of them. Melinda's, All Seasons, Urban Angler, and Bear's Den at the Fly Fishing Show at Somerset. So let's start this pattern. It's very simple. Anybody can tie it. And I will be demonstrating these at the Fly Fishing Show in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and in Winston-Salem, North Carolina coming up. Let's start your thread. I'm going to try and do this slow because my tendency is to do it fast because I tie these by the 2 dozen at a time because they're that effective and I go through them that much. This is the #1 shad pattern we've ever fished on the Potomac, bead chain eyes. The #1 shad pattern we have fished on the Rappahannock River in Fredericksburg. So there you have it. Now we're going to take another material. We're going to do Krystal Flash. This is hairline dubbin, mixed color. You can see how it's pretty brilliantly colored in the shining light there. I'm going to take 3 strands. You can use more, but I tie with 3. And what I do here is I tape down on my vise 3 strands, and then I know exactly I've got 3, and then I can cut it evenly each time. When I'm done, I just tape a new piece down. So now we're going to take the ostrich plume. You want these long wispy fibers here, and you want about 5 of them, 5 to 6. Cut these at the base. You want to make sure they're lined up to form your tail. They're all pretty much lined up, except the one I just dropped. And put them in your mouth. Get them wet. They're easier to tie with. See? If you noticed, I measured about 1 inch plus of the Krystal Flash. It should end right about at your Regal vise if you have one, the little spring. Same with the tail. We're going to wrap it starting at the head. We're going to wrap back. Those dumbbell eyes not only add weight and help your fly flip over, they're also going to act as insect eyes. And you can tie these in a smaller, size 14, with smaller bead chain to make it more realistic looking. Those work great out in Colorado for me on the still waters. Now I'm going to start wrapping up. You can dead drift this fly. You can nymph it. You can have it suspended under a popper. Wait it to get it down for shad. Get it on the bottom for carp and catfish. I can tell you the fish it hasn't caught because the fish it has caught is much longer. And that's the fly right there. So 2 wraps behind the dumbbell eyes. These are from Home Depot. It's a 15-foot strand. You have to cut them up individually. They're bright silver. Couple up here on the nose. Now we're going to half hitch. I don't use the fly tying knot tool. It's just more clutter for me to grab. I honestly can't say I've ever had one fall apart because of a bad knot. There you have it. That is the Snowhite Damsel, the single-handed most effective fly pattern we've ever fished, that I've ever fished, and it's extremely easy to tie. It's very budget-friendly. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of very intricate, articulated, expensive patterns out there to catch fish, but sometimes simple is all it takes. And that's it. I'm going to teach you how to tie my extended tail damsel next. Thanks for watching. You know what? Let's just tie one again just in case. Why not? I've got time. All right, so size 10 hook. Dumbell eyes. Krystal flash. You can see this does not take long to tie. Double it over. Wrap back up. Notice I don't put my scissors down. It's a tying trick I was taught years ago. These new cast ones are nice and ergonomic. Hold that behind the eye. 1, 2, cut. If you leave it those little snips longer, just makes like little legs in the water. There you go. Thanks for watching. You can find more at robsnowhite.com, Twitter at robsnowhite. I'm on Instagram, and Fly Fishing Consultant on Facebook.